Hi, my country people. Hope you're good and you've been trying to stay safe wherever you are. I'm praying for you that when all these things are over, you will count your family and friends and you will never record any form of loss by God's grace. I'm here to talk about COVID-19 and how a person as an individual, a group of people, and as a country have been trying to stay safe. One thing you should know is that when something is said to have the ability to kill you, the best way to defeat them is to know everything about it. Study, make research, ask questions, try to know things you should know, not just restricting yourself to things you watch on TV or what you see people post about it. Another thing is that you should admit the fact that you already overcome before even fighting, because there's some people who you panicking or you being scared alone is a lot more risky for you than COVID-19 because of your health status. So you have to be conscious of that. Now let's take for instance a case in the Bible where David killed Goliath. Do you know that even before David faced Goliath, he had already killed Goliath in his mind, in his spirit? He was already talking about how he was going to feed his head to the birds and all of that. And that was his strength, because for you to overcome something, you have to admit in your mind that you're winning already. And I wouldn't want you to take that as the reason why you should be sometimes a little bit foolish at times. Because there's some people who have headaches and they have paracetamol in their homes, but they wouldn't use it. They will say that they have faith that God will heal them. Instead, they will take anointing oil and all of that. It's like you having an injury on your knee and probably on your palm, and instead of you to cover it up or probably use an iodine, the first phase of the injury, and you're saying God is going to heal you, you left it open, and then probably tetanus decided to show up, and they start blaming God that you had faith in him. See, when he was creating us, he had a reason for putting a brain in our skulls. He believes that we can make some decisions for ourselves and do the proper thing. So it's when they're not working, then he's going to come in as God to help us. So what I'm saying in essence is that you take good care of yourself before thinking God is going to show up to take care of you. First phase, you have to take away panicking and fear and accept the fact that you are going to go through this fire and God is going to be with you. At first, that's how you can wait in your spirit. And then second phase is you taking good care of yourself and doing the needful for yourself before God comes in to do his own job. Now third, it's one thing to be cautious and it's another thing to be wise by doing it. You can say because these people are using this and that for the prevention, then you want to bump into it too. You have to understand your health status and the things you should be doing and not doing. Like for example, it's not everybody that can take some type of vitamin C. There's some type of vitamin C that are not okay for people with ulcer. So you have to understand your health status. And two, when you are trying to sanitize your hands, for some people who use gloves, you have a contact with something or someone who has a case of COVID-19 and then you're using gloves, fine, you're protecting yourself, but you use the same glove to hold your phones, and then when you're done to wash your hand, you drop your phone, you take off the gloves, you wash your hand, then you pick up your phone again and put it to your ears. You are already exposing yourself to it. The phone already had a contact with it. So what I'm saying in essence is that as you sanitize your fingers, wash your fingers, pay attention to your phones too. If you're a kind of person that is addicted to it, sanitize. We had a lot of forms to fill, and after that, from one segment to the other, then we had health screening. They gave us everybody as many as we were. Everybody had their own kits. You go into the lab, the mini lab they made for everyone. They test you, put some stuff into your nostrils to be sure you are free from the virus before letting you into their city, because it's not everybody that has the symptoms. It's not everybody that is not showing symptoms that are free. There's some people who are not showing symptoms but then they carry it. So that was the way it was. But coming back to my country, I was expecting to see something like that because it was even getting worse already. But we got back into Nigeria. First segment we saw at the airport was the place where they were taking the forms we filled in the plain talking about if you had exposed yourself to a sick person during your time of being away, if you had cough, if you had fever, anybody could lie feeling informed. After that, the next segment is the segment of where they get to pour you some sanitizer on your palm, the very water sanitizer, as you move to the next segment, as many as we went. The next segment was where you get to have a documentation of your name, your where you're staying, and for how long you'll be there, and your next of kin on a video. And then the last segment is where you fucking enter the country. How do you get to know who has and who doesn't have a virus? Everybody freaking entered the country, even with the white people on board. Now tell me, how safe are we in this country? You're telling people that we should stay at home and quarantine, do this and that. I'm not having a problem with isolation even after traveling. Even before coronavirus showed up, I've always been all by myself. So isolation is a normal thing for me. No visitors, not going around to visit any friend. The law is only going to be comfortable for those people who are financially buoyant to stay indoor for days or probably weeks without working because they have the money to take care of their family. What of those people who don't have? They will go out there to work because they can't die. Now, I am saying that this government should do something about these cases of people like that. There is no point attacking some people on social media because they're going out there to work. Because if they don't work, COVID-19 may not kill them, but hunger will. So I'm here for such people who are still trying to stay safe with their family, but still have to go out there to also get a sanitizer. You can always depend on those ones out there, because yesterday I was at the mall, I wanted to get to stores. I need to stock my fridge. I'm going to be at home for a very long time. The sanitizer they gave me was like, when I wanted to down my sanitizer on public places. So get a minute sanitizer. Always have it on you, probably a waist bag that you can get to use anytime you want to wash your hand, but you're not close to water and soap. Then get this kind of flask, the small one, fill it with get hot water, then get lemon, also where cut it, then soak it into that hot water for a very long time. Let it stay for a very long time. Then you now turn it over. So the lemon with the hot water, fill it with. What this does for you is that this virus doesn't feel comfortable when they're exposed to too much of it, and then you having that cures and cares for your throat and nasals, it clears them. So even if you've taken something that, or you contacted something, you've got in contact with, and then if you can't afford that, get a mini air dryer. You can get to do the hot water therapy of this by, because research has it that when one is exposed to this virus, they still stay in the inner part of the nostrils up there for days before going into the lungs to damage it. So what your hot water therapy does for you is that it clears them off. Because every 15 minutes of you dragging the heat in by your hot water therapy or this, you can get to eliminate them before they go in there to eliminate you. So don't forget to do that. And also the hot water with lime, so whenever you're thirsty, you can get to take that in instead of you taking cold stuff. It wouldn't help you right now, and then go everywhere with your hand sanitizer. And I'm here to tell you the truth that this shit is real and it's killing people. And a lot of people out there that are not having symptoms, but they are carrying it and sharing it out there. And it's not everybody that coughing or sneezing that has it. People have been coughing before this thing came, so you can't be sure who has it or not. That's why you should stay safe. And please don't be deceived by the numbers of people you see on your TV screen that they tell you now as coronavirus in Nigeria, or the ones you see on the gram. Lot more people have this virus. Larger numbers of people have this virus. That is why you should try to stay safe out there. So if you want to confirm that fact, you can go to any nearby pharmacy and ask them how people have been turning up to buy chloroquine. Meanwhile, chloroquine is supposed to try to cure or probably suppress the pain and all of these things, not to prevent it. So it means for larger number of people to be consuming that, it means they're buying to do what you're already thinking. So please stay safe with your friends and family. God bless you, and I pray for divine protection, and I pray that when all these things are over, you will count your family and friends and you won't find anybody missing. Thank you. God bless you, and I love you.